What's going on, Thunder Nation? Welcome to another edition of Coffee Talk. I'm Jason Malz. We're here at Village Inn on the west side of Wichita. There's 5 locations around the area, including Derby and Hutchinson. Don't forget, every Wednesday, with a purchase of something here at Village Inn, you get a free slice of pie. And joining us here on the air this afternoon is Jack Barr. Jack, thanks so much for joining us here and talking a little bit about you and how the season's going so far.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Malsey.
Why don't we revisit this past week? I know it was somewhat of a tough week, long road trip for you guys.
Yeah, long road trip, but it's just something that comes with the job, really, something you have to deal with. And I think we did a decent job over the weekend of dealing with the travel and the games. But I think we got better, and we got some important games coming up to get some points.
How do you feel like you're adjusting to the pro level?
Yeah, I think it's been good. I think it's definitely been an adjustment. A lot more games, more travel, obviously, but I know it's been fun. The guys have been awesome, like welcoming me in, and showing me the ropes. So it's been a big help.
Have you had to adjust the way you take care of your body?
Yeah, I think just making sure you're doing everything you can to prepare, like stretching. Warming up properly. Just a lot more games can take a lot more of a toll on your body, so that's really important.
So the attitude in the locker room has to be pretty good still. I mean, you guys are still, in range for a potential playoff spot, right?
Yeah, for sure. We're right there in the hunt. So just game by game, every game matters, every point matters, and we're right there.
Jack Barr joining us as we get set for the end of this road trip. You guys are up in Rapid City. What's the message been from Coach as you get ready for this next stage of the road trip?
Yeah, kind of just what I just said. Like, these games are so important. Rapid City is right on our heels too. So these are big games for both teams, and they're going to be ready to play. So we definitely got to be ready right from the jump.
Why don't we kind of take a step back and learn a little bit more about you and your background? Originally, where are you from?
Newmarket, Ontario, just north of Toronto.
And you grew up, did you play in the Toronto area or did you come to the States?
Yeah, I grew up playing in the Toronto area. I played for the same youth team, the York Simcoe Express, for 8 years. And then after my 10th grade, I went and I played for St. Andrews College, which is a high school in a neighboring town. I played there for 2 years, and that was a lot of fun, great experience. And then after that, I went and played juniors in Chicago for a year. So that's kind of been my journey up until college, where I went to Harvard and did 4 years there, and now here I am. So.
I noticed in high school you lettered in volleyball. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. It's actually a rule at the high school that you have to participate in at least 2 sports.
Okay.
So I would play volleyball in the fall. Hockey's a winter sport, and then in the spring I'd play lacrosse.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, volleyball, I found it a lot of fun. I was a middle. It's kind of like an attacking, hitting player. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like you don't see that too often with hockey players.
So. If you had to pick one or the other, which one were you better at, or which one did you like more, lacrosse or volleyball?
It's hard to say. They're both like very different. I'd say I enjoyed playing lacrosse more. I feel like it was just more similar to hockey, more physical. And I was a defender in that too. So I think some things from lacrosse could have translated to my hockey game as well. Just with pivots and opening your hips up to get to attacking players and things like that.
Do you feel like you could have played either of those sports at the next level, or was that not an option?
I think that if I maybe trained more and committed more time to it growing up, maybe, but I don't think so. I don't think so.
Hockey was your first love, though.
Yeah, hockey was definitely my first love. That was the sport I stuck with the whole way growing up.
How did Harvard come about? Did you get scouted from the Steel there? Or?
Yeah, I actually I verbally committed to go to Harvard when I was in 10th grade. I was 15. And so growing up in Ontario, a lot of players grow up thinking of playing major junior in the OHL. Like, that's kind of the goal there. And my parents really taught me how important education was from a young age. And so when that opportunity came up, I just took it. I think hockey isn't forever, and it's always nice to have a backup plan. And Harvard's probably the best backup plan you could get. So it's kind of a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of having that school on your resume, that's got to resonate with potential employers outside of hockey.
Yeah, for sure. I think that was the whole motivation of going there. And then when you add hockey on top of that as well, they have a great hockey program. I loved my 4 years there. We had good teams. So yeah, it was great.
Was it intimidating stepping into that school, knowing the name that Harvard carries?
It was,
Yeah.
but we had great seniors, juniors on the team, kind of paving the way for us freshmen. And kind of teaching us the ropes, and they were huge helps. And after even just a couple weeks, I felt pretty comfortable there.
Had to have been a pretty big honor for you to be named team captain then.
Yeah, it was. Lots of history in the program, and even when I was like a freshman or a sophomore, a young guy in the team, the captains just paved the way for so many young guys, and we had great character in the room, always had a great locker room, and so it was definitely an honor to be named a captain.
Do you by chance have a favorite memory from college?
Yeah, I'd say my freshman year we won our conference championship, which is probably my greatest hockey memory I've ever had. Yeah, I'd say that's probably it.
Can you walk us through that a little bit more? Why was that something that
Yeah.
sticks in your mind?
Yeah, I think we had a great team, and we knew we could do it. We finished second overall in the league, and playing in the finals against Quinnipiac, I think the public would probably say they were favored to win, and it went into double overtime. and Matt Coronado, who plays in the Calgary Flames now, scored the overtime winner. It was just a great experience, just a great group of guys. I think that makes it that much more important, and sharing that experience with them.
Sure, and Quinnipiac's been good for a long time now.
Yeah, for sure.
I know one question that Reagan's been asking a lot of you guys is, what is your favorite college barn that you played in?
Mine would probably be Cornell.
Okay.
Yeah, Lina. Well, the Lina faithful really show up there. That's what they call their fans. Really just like, I don't know, everyone booing you kind of makes you play that much harder. Like, it's just an unbelievable experience. Harvard Cornell is a big rivalry, and when we line up for the anthems, we actually wouldn't be able to line up on the blue line. We'd line up along the glass because they throw fish at us on the ice.
Gosh.
Yeah, so just a really cool experience. If I could go back and do it again, I would.
They throw fish at you during the national anthem.
Oh yeah, and then they get scrapers to come out on the ice and scrape it all up. The first period still smells like fish. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
When I think of Harvard as a rival, I think of Yale. So is that not as big in terms of the hockey rivalry?
I'd say it's not as big as Cornell.
Okay.
I think they are definitely still a rival just because of Harvard-Yale. And our football team has a big game with them every year with Yale. But yeah, I think hockey-wise, it would be Cornell.
Okay. Jack Barr joining us. Again, we're live here from Village Inn as we get ready for Wichita and Rapid City. I know one part of your life that had to have been pretty exciting was being drafted. Can you maybe talk about that? What was that like hearing your name called by Dallas?
Yeah, it was everything you've ever dreamed of, really. I mean, it was definitely a unique experience because it was during COVID, so the draft was held virtually. And so I was just kind of sitting in my house all day with my parents and my sisters, and we kind of made a plan that I wouldn't watch the draft because I didn't want to stress about it, really. So we just played board games in my kitchen the whole day until I eventually got a call. And yeah, that was, like I said, it was everything you've ever dreamed of. Just being drafted to the NHL, it's a great experience.
That had to have been extremely unique. I mean, typically you would have been in a building, correct? For something like that?
Yeah, for sure. I think, you don't have to go to the draft. You can choose to or not. But I think I would have gone. But yeah, I mean, definitely a unique experience. But I think those couple of years there, everything was kind of unique during COVID.
Sure.
Yeah.
So how did the Sharks opportunity or with the Barracuda, how did that come up?
Yeah, so I became a free agent after my senior year, and then was kind of looking around to opportunities for teams to take me, and I went to San Jose as a free agent during camp, and I went to their rookie camp, and then I went to both the Sharks and the Barracuda camp, and they ended up signing me to a two-way contract. The Barracuda did. And then, yeah, just kind of played out the season. Been lucky enough to play for both teams, both great organizations, and it's been awesome.
Have you had conversations with them about kind of where you're at and what you feel like you need to improve on to maybe stay at the AHL level?
Yeah, we've had conversations. I think a lot of it is just getting adjusted to speed. Even my first year pro coming out of college, I feel like I still could get to another level. So I think just working on getting my speed up and things like that.
Good deal. Why don't we take a detour here and kind of get to know you a little bit away from the rink. So a couple of rapid fire questions to learn more about things that you enjoy or into. So We'll start with your favorite movie.
I'd probably say Whiplash.
Whiplash?
Yeah. It's with Miles Teller. He's a drummer.
Huh.
You've never seen it?
Never seen that.
You got to add that to your list.
Okay.
That's an incredible movie.
Really? Yeah, I'll have to look that up here in the next week or two. So how about favorite, what kind of music are you into?
I'm kind of all over the place. It kind of just like depends on my mood. Listen to some classic rock, some rap, some country. It just depends on like the setting. If I'm leading up to a game, I'll go more rap.
Okay.
If I'm in a car ride, I'll go more mellow. But, yeah.
Okay. If you're walking out to a Blue Jays game, what would be your walkout song?
Walking out,
to go hit.
To go hit?
What would your walkout song be?
I've thought about this before, actually. God's Country.
God's Country?
Yeah,
okay.
I think that would be a good walkout song.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about favorite meal before a game? What is your
I'd probably say chicken parm.
Chicken parm?
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Pizza topping, do you have a favorite?
Just plain. Just plain. Yeah,
cheese?
Just cheese.
Not even like sausage?
I'll take
pepperoni?
I'll take some pepperoni. Depends on the mood, but most of the time I'd say just cheese.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's unique. People give me a hard time because I like black olives. So.
Oh, no. No olives.
Do you have a favorite dessert?
Some type of like brownie sundae,
okay.
I'd say. Yeah.
Favorite animal?
Dogs.
Do you have a dog?
I do have a dog.
What kind?
A golden doodle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that back home or
it's back home? Yeah.
Here with you?
I do live with Kyle Jeffers though, who has a golden retriever.
Oh, okay.
So I guess I can kind of claim him a little bit as my own.
Really?
'Cause he lives with me, but yeah.
Is he like you better than Kyle?
I'd like to think so, but if you ask Kyle, he'd probably say the opposite.
Stop stinking fries to him at dinner?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a favorite just overall sports memory outside of maybe the college experience that you had?
Yeah. I'd say that the one in college is definitely up there. In minor hockey, too, we won three straight of our league championships.
Okay.
So that was really cool. Yeah, I'd say that.
Okay. If you had to give advice to your younger self about where you're at now, what would it be?
I'd probably just say to relax and have fun. I think that there were times where I'd be pretty stressed about things that I didn't have to. And I think that I play my best when I'm relaxed and having fun. So I'd probably tell myself that.
That's some good advice, and hopefully our viewers here are kind of taking that in stride. So thanks so much for being with us, and good luck the rest of the weekend, and hopefully you guys can make that push to the playoffs.
Yeah, thanks, Mousy.
Sounds good. That's Jack Barr, defenseman of the Wichita Thunder. Thanks so much for tuning in here on Coffee Talk. Again, don't forget about the free pie Wednesdays with the purchase of something. And they've got this brand new pie that you can see right here that looks terrific. Might have to grab that after we are done. Until then, we'll talk to you next time.